settling in for a movie is kind of a magical experience. You take your seat, get comfortable, maybe enjoy a handful of popcorn as the lights come down and you get ready to go on an adventure with the rest of the audience. Partaking in the art of cinema has almost a community feel to it. When you're in a theater, you laugh together, you cry together, and experience the sights and sounds as a group.
But you don't just enjoy the film together. It's a reminder that there's a not so dissimilar group of people who actually come together to make that movie. It's part of what makes the magic of movies so special. Nobody understands that better than this man right here. This is Rob Rector, the founder of the Revival House Theater. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Wonderful to have you.
I love what you said about the journey.
I gotta ask, but I gotta ask, this is a very deep theatrical question.
Okay, all right, let me put on a different cap.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
How did you come up with the Lower Slower Film Festival?
So with Revival House, one of the anchors to what we do cinematically is we wanted to make sure that it was for local filmmakers. And we do a horror trailer challenge, which we've talked about before, in October. We want to do something kind of counterbalancing that in the spring, but we didn't want people to feel like they had to create something specifically for it. This is for local artists who may have something that they've been kind of working on the side for the past couple of years and just want to dust it off and resubmit it.
Yeah.
Or somebody who's just motivated to try for the very first time. And that's how we kind of came up with the Slower Lower Delaware. We wanted all the local filmmakers in here to have a reason to be able to see their works on the big screen.
Now, we're talking short films, correct?
That's true, and that's why I love the journey. Yes, so I mean, that's the great thing with short films. It's a short film competition, so we ask for, usually it's about like less than half an hour. And then we compile all of them. We have about 13 to 15 this year. I can't remember the final count. But the best part about it is with short films, I love going to film festivals that have short film programs, because if you're not too keen on that one, hold on just a minute or two, and the next one's going to come around.
Right.
So what makes a good short film, in your opinion?
I think everything is just story driven. As long as it has a story, like one of the projects that I have my film students work on is something where there is no dialogue. So you have to propel that narrative without actually having to say anything. And I think that helps them work on the story, the fundamentals of the story. Why are we here? What are we doing? What's their motivation? You know, that fundamental storytelling, it doesn't matter if it's a commercial for 30 seconds or if it's a feature-length film. If you've got that concept of a good story, I think it doesn't matter the length of what you see.
Okay, so do you think Delaware is a good community for film?
I think it's a wonderful community.
Why?
This is our 8th year of the festival, of the Slower Lower Festival, and it's continued to grow. And with that, we have seen every year we get a combination of people who have done it for their very first time. This is the first time they've ever peeked behind a lens. And then we have people who have been there for the past 4 or 5 years with a new work every single year, getting motivated. And that community starts to feed off each other of like, oh wait, how'd you get that shot? Oh, where'd you go for this? Oh, how'd you accomplish that? And this community has fortified over that past 8 years. And it's really cool watching, the young upstarts talking to the old guards saying, oh yeah, this is how, and watching that creative energy kind of pass through from different generation of filmmaker to different generation. So there's an endless depth to the talent that we have in the area.
Well, while we have you here, I have to ask you, a lot of movies coming out for the summer.
Yeah.
Any of them on your radar?
Yeah, there's a ton on my radar. If you're asking me what I think is going to be the biggest one this year, hands down, I'm going to say Lilo and Stitch is going to be.
Really?
Because it's been 15 years since the last one was ever on the screen, and so all of those young kids who saw it then are now the adults who are bringing their kids for a nice nostalgic experience. And it's been 5 years since I've been to Disney, but there's not been a ton of Lilo and Stitch, but there's always Stitch merchandise at Disney. That is one of the longest lasting. I can't even remember the last time I was there where I didn't see like Stitch dolls or whatever. So I think if it's done well, I think this one's going to be big.
Could be biggie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my call.
All right, Lower Slower Film Festival. Give us the where's and whens.
So it's going to be on Wednesday, the what is it, 21st? Yes, this Wednesday.
21st. This Wednesday.
Yes,
Right.
it's Wednesday 21st. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Films start at 7 o'clock. We'll have a question and answer with the filmmakers afterwards. Get them up on stage, let them talk to each other, let them answer any questions from the audience, and just to network and communicate.
And it's at the Milton Theater,
At the
correct?
Milton Theater, yes, correct. Thank
All
you.
right, Rob Rector.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you so
for having me.
much.
Talk to
Yeah,
you.
it's
Right.
always good to see you.
Wow.